big guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey. Hey, yo.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power. Hey, look at my dogs from. It was way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss?
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line with the San Francisco 49ers. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by a man who was undrafted out of Buffalo, standing at 6'7". It's Tyree Jackson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock yourself.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 79 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Jets take over first.
The USC product, Sam Darnold, the number 3 overall pick in 2018, ready to go. Here's the Jets take over on offense.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
The numbers for Gore on the ground last week. 15 carries, 59 yards. This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. On 4th down, rookie Braden Mann will punt for the Jets, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy, but let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A throw out wide here, caught by Pettis. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Charles, we take a look here at the 49ers draft class for 2020. You know, not too often you see a Super Bowl team have 2 first-round picks.
You're absolutely right about that, because typically if you're the Super Bowl team, people aren't really wanting to deal with you very much, and instead San Francisco got it done. The first of those picks, it cost him DeForest Buckner. He went to Indianapolis.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold.
Darnold's pass.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Darnold's pass.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. And he's found the end zone. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mostert. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a 49er 1st down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Williams on the stop.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's 3rd down.
They go play action now. Jackson on the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Touchdown, 49ers.
Jackson on the keeper. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Well, we saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Sanu, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
To go.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
2nd and 10 at the 30.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Got his target, Samuel. And boom, touchdown, 49ers.
Jackson's pass complete to number
Deebo Samuel on the season, and the 49ers to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. at their own 25
The
yards.
New York offense taking over for their next possession. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Gore now, running out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down.
The 49er fans always going to have a soft spot in their heart for Frank Gore. Franchise's all-time leading rusher. And that's saying something when you think about some of the great Hall of Fame running backs that have worn the San Francisco uniform. But 11,073 yards for Gore in his 10 years by the Bay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run. It's Gore. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tackled by Quan Alexander.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
That is into the hands of Perriman. Touchdown, Jets. Breshad Perriman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
making momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And some room to work. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
A gain of 11 on the play.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief in that point.
At the 34-yard line.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
27.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now a first, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. 9 yards that time on the keeper. Brings up fourth down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
It doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
To George Kittle.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
So much of the 49ers' success last season was due to tight end George Kittle, the NFL's all-pro tight end in 2019. If you want to start a debate, ask the question, is he the best tight end in the game, or is it Kansas City's Travis Kelce? Maybe they're 1A and 1B. In any event, Kittle had 107 catches last season, his second straight 1,000-yard season, and he's a threat anywhere on the field, especially as you get closer to the goal line.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Yeah, they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football. That's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. That's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Yeah, and relax and enjoy the second quarter lead right now.
1-yard line.
From the 41, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown. Career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and now it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold from the gun. He's got this one complete to Perriman. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Results in a 4th down.
Here's Braden Mann now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's the end.
So we've reached halftime here at what is... And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit it as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
Another carry now for Gore. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They'll look to set up his blockers. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
21-yard line.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 79 yards. And the 49ers continue to roll. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. To throw is Darnold. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breshad Perriman, 77 yards. And the Jets are able to get a score back.
For the extra point.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards.
A gain of 50.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
At the 6-yard line.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? The ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. To throw again is Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, its tight end. But now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
7-yard line.
And Jackson throwing once more. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Complete to George Kittle.
George Kittle with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Again, they run. Again, it's Gore. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A gain of 2.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Darnold. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And taken right on the 30. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab. And this offense is running away with this one.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
To kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So out now come the Jets. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Gore out of the shotgun. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Darnold down to throw. They go with a screen to Gore. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's caught inside the 35. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert. 34 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The return man, Ty Johnson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play,
21-yard line.
but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Jackson, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Johnson now returning. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. He dumps this off underneath to Gore. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. The Jets on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He's got Sanu. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That's good for a Jet.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Darnold. Darnold, he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
The quarterback is.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
you'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 25 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. Well, there it is. After number 5, we were wondering if we would see it, and he has broken the NFL record with his 6th touchdown in this game.
Let's face it, we can go ahead and lose our objectivity here, can't we? And just applaud what we've seen. That's one of the great records in the NFL. Are you talking about this number 6 touchdown runs in a game against an NFL defense? I want to run down. Let's go down there and carry him off the field ourselves. We should do that.
Get his autograph after the game. I know that much.
Don't forget, I know you. Selfie. We'll do a selfie.
Yeah, we'll do a selfie. We'll do a group selfie.
There you go.
And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
On first down, it's Darnold. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it. Away. Let's take it inside his own 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
His own 6-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
He was brought down by Bradley McDougald.
This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. But you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about. But as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
A gain of a yard.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
25-yard line.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They'll roll him out right. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
They'll run it now with Juszczyk. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now the fullback, Juszczyk. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Right back to Juszczyk again. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Touchdown.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.